Hello, this is another session of Maths and Science lessons with Olalekan Badmus. So we are going to take it from where we left it in the last class, mensuration. So I said in the last class that mensuration simply refers to a branch of mathematics that deals with dimensions of shapes and figures. So without much ado, let's see our what we are learning to. What refers to we are learning to our objectives. One is to describe a sector. Second is to find the area of a sector, right? So at the end of this class, every one of you should have the ability to describe a sector and calculate its variables. So let's dive in. Now, the first thing we are going to look at is the description of a sector. What is a sector? A sector simply refers to a figure or a shape that is bounded by two radii and an arc. It is bounded by two radii and an arc. And let me also say that we can't effectively describe a sector without a circle, because a sector is carved out of a circle just as an arc is carved out of the circle. I told you that yesterday. I mentioned it yesterday. So here we have a circle with the center of the circle as O, radius, the line drawn from the center of the circle to any point on the circumference. So with center O, let the arc be PQ. So we have radius OP and radius OQ. Now another thing is the angle subtended at the center of the circle, which is theta. Theta is the angle subtended at the center of the circle. So here we have sector OPQ. So again, you see that sector OPQ, and with every other sector, is simply a figure that is bounded by two radii and an arc. So let's draw this out. This is a sector, right? It's an incomplete cone. So when you think of a sector, think of an incomplete cone, right? It is simply two radii and an arc. It's a figure that is bounded by two radii and an arc. So here we have the angle subtended, theta, arc PQ, and center O. Now, how then do we find, so that's the description of a sector. How then do we find the area of a sector? Now, what is the formula for calculating the area of a sector? Now, let me say this. I told you in the last session, in the last class, now how that to calculate the length of an arc, take note, length, right, of an arc. You have to carve out the arc from the circumference, because that's where you find the curve. Right, in a circle, from the circumference of a circle is where you carve out the arc. Now, for a sector also, a sector is carved out of the circle. It is carved out of the circle, right? Again, it is a figure that is bounded by two radii and an arc. How then do we calculate the area? Now, why the length of an arc now deals with the circumference, 2 pi r. Here, the area of the sector will involve the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. Area of a circle pi r squared. So, how do we calculate the area of sector OPQ? Area of sector OPQ. So, we're going to have theta over 360 degrees. Alright, theta, like saying, the angle subtended at the center of the circle out of the sum of angles, at a point, which is 360 degrees. So this is theta over 360 times pi r squared. Pi r squared, right? Because the area of a circle is pi r squared. The area simply refers to the space that is covered by the shape, by the circle in this case. So to calculate the area, which is the space that is covered by this sector, will need to first understand and know what is the area, right, covered by the circle, which is calculated by pi r squared. So from that, we can now, bring out the sector, because it is carved out of the area. That's why we have pi r squared, all right, which is the area of a circle. And we have 360 degrees as the sum of angles, at a point. So that's it. So this is the formula for calculating the area of sector OPQ and any other sector. So the next thing we're going to do is to solve applied questions. So let's take some applied questions. Find the area of the sector of a circle with radius 7 centimeters and angle 84 degrees subtended at the center. So let's find the area of the sector of a circle with radius 7 centimeters and angle 84 degrees subtended at the center. Solution. So to help our understanding, let's illustrate that in a diagram. So the center of the circle, O. Now don't forget, we need 2 radii and an arc to form a sector. The angle subtended at the center of the circle, 84 degrees. Then radius, 7 centimeters. You can as well write 7 centimeters here. So let's find the area of this sector. So if we bring out this sector, right, we're going to have a figure like this. This is the sector with theta, which is 84 degrees, 7 centimeters, all right, as radius. So you can as well label it. You can label as A and B for the arc, A, B. So area of sector OAB. So it's not always OPQ. So you can label it as you want. Area of sector OAB will be theta over 360 degrees times pi r squared. Theta over 360 degrees times pi r squared. Theta over 360 times pi r squared. So theta, which is the angle subtended at the center, is 84 degrees divided by 360 degrees times pi. Pi is a constant, 22 over 7 times radius r squared. R squared, that means that 7 centimeters will appear twice, or 7 is appearing twice. That's 7 squared, 7 times 7. So this will go over 1. So express everything as a fraction to make it easier for you to solve. So 7 here 1, 7 here 1. So we have 84 divided by 360 degrees times 22 over 1 times 7 over 1. So what we are going to do, right, multiply all the numerators. Multiply all the numerators, then divided by all the denominators. So all the numerators include 84, 22, and 7. 84 times 22 times 7. You write out your answer. All divided by 360 degrees times 1 times 1. Of course, that will give us 360 degrees. So let's get our answer here. 84 times 22 times 7, all right, is 12,936 divided by 360. So let's get our final answer. 12,936 divided by 360 will give us 35.9 approximately. 35.9. Now take note of the unit. Because we are calculating area, right, the units, it will be a square unit. All right? Therefore, the area of the sector of a circle with radius 7 centimeters, right, with an angle of 84 degrees subtended at the center is 35.9 centimeters squared. I hope that is very clear. All right, so if you have any question at all as regarding this topic, please use the comment section, put your question there, right, and I'm going to revert. So thank you so much.